Boss K Po through the door, here to talk this boxing. I'm back live, man. I'm live at 5, man. I just got in the house from work, and I said, you know what? Let me go live, man. You know, y'all Bud Button has been quiet for like 3 weeks. Ever since Bud so-called say he signed a contract, y'all done came out the woodworks. Now y'all back. Y'all flexing, y'all talking. I'm at work. I'm getting all type of notifications on my phone. I said, oh yeah, I like this. I like that. I like that. Keep coming, man. Keep coming. Keep coming. You know what I mean? These Bud Buddies, man. I'm talking about, man, I'm at work. And I'm talking about they blowing up the comment section. It was like 4, 5 of them. They in the comment section, they going off. You know what I mean? They going off. They talking about how I don't know boxing. They talking about L. Spence resume. They talking about all that stuff, man. My question to you, Bud Buddies, is how you gonna sit there and advocate for somebody who's saying the polar opposite of what you saying? That's all I'm saying, Kenfo. These Bud Buddies, hey, what's good with everybody? If you don't know me, I'm Boss K Po through the door. Look, we talking about L. Spence, Terence Crawford, and I was gonna talk about something else today. I was gonna talk about Canelo and the Benavidez thing. I really wanted to hone in on that, but I'm at work. I'm working. My phone blowing up. Notification. Ah, look, it's the Bud Bunnies. They done came out the woodwork. So we finna talk about some stuff, right? We finna talk boxing in its entirety. We finna talk, and we finna get an understanding with one another. Cause I don't feel like y'all understand. A lot of y'all Bud Bunnies are taking this fight too literal, bro. You got boys, they in the comment section betting their house. They betting money, like, for what? I told y'all, I don't care who wins. I'm looking at the styles. That's what I'm looking at. When I look at L. Spence style, I see it as it's gonna pose an issue for Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford, yes, he's sharp. Yes, he's accurate. Yes, he has high IQ. Yes, he has good feet. But at the same time, he's a slow starter. L. Spence is a fast starter, right? L. Spence does everything off the jab, right? Which is something that Crawford had an issue with a shot fighter in Kell Brook. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm seeing the matchup, and I'm like, I'm gonna favor Errol in this matchup. This is not personal for me. I'm not looking at this as I'm an avid, diehard L. Spence fan and everything L. No. I support boxing. But y'all Bud Bunnies keep coming. Yeah, and I see y'all coming for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come for everybody. I respect it because you're advocating for a fight that you care about. But let me tell you something. He don't care about you. Take that man post off your wall, man. Take his post off your wall. We here to talk boxing. What channel do you know that gives the pros and cons of both fighters? What channel do you know do that? I do that. I told you in ways that Bud Crawford can win this fight. When you go to a pro Bud Crawford YouTube channel, they don't bring up any keys to victory for L. Spence to win. They don't do that. They don't mention any type of way that Errol Spence can win the fight. They just say Bud finna wash Errol. That's what they say. But on my channel, I give pros and cons of both fighters. And I said the only way Bud Crawford can win is if he outboxes Errol, which he has the skills to do so. I've said that. All that stuff about he gonna stand in front of Errol, that's not gonna happen. It's not. If he's standing in front of Errol Spence, he's getting stopped. I'm telling you, his best bet is to box Errol. But me knowing who Bud Crawford is as a fighter, he is gonna stand in front of Errol. But and it ain't gonna. It's gonna be because him, and it's gonna cost him. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's sitting here saying that Bud Crawford sucks. Nobody's saying that Bud Crawford's a horrible fighter. We're just pointing out the obvious. And the obvious is Bud Crawford ego fights at times. Think about the buildup of this fight, right? Think about how big this fight is. I just want y'all to focus on the buildup and the make of this fight, right? This is a big fight. It's going to be the biggest fight that Bud Crawford has ever been in, right? As far as, and I'm talking about as far as fan support, as far as just everything. This is going to be a big mega fight for Bud Crawford, right? You don't feel like he's under any pressure to perform and put on a show and live up to his legacy? This is the thing that I'm talking about that plays a factor in these big fights. Errol's been in many big moments. But, you know, these Bud Bunnies let you tell it, he ain't been in no big moments. Had a Bud Bunny tell me today that Errol Spence ain't fought nobody. Now, I'm at work when I'm reading this. I damn near threw my phone down the damn hallway. Because I was like, you obviously don't know nothing about boxing. For you to sit there and say that Errol Spence ain't fought nobody is ludicrous. Now, regardless of how you want to say they're elite, they're not elite, they're still top fighters. They're still good. They're still better competition than Bud Crawford has fought. Right? That's just what it is. And like I said in the past videos, it's not 100% his fault why he ain't fought the top competition. It's not. It's Bob Arum top ranking him. It's partially his fault, but he doesn't get the whole blame for that. You know what I mean? He did want big fights. That's the truth. Bud Crawford wanted those big fights. He wanted those moments. Just couldn't get them. You know what I mean? But y'all Bud Bunnies, y'all want to sit here and come on here and tell me that Bud Crawford has fought better competition than Errol ain't fought nobody. If Bud Crawford fought the better competition, Bud Crawford would not be a free agent right now. Bud Crawford would still be signed to Top Rank. Bud Crawford wouldn't have sued. I don't know what they doing now, but he wouldn't have sued Top Rank. That's all I'm saying. This channel here is an unbiased channel. This is not a channel where we support only one fighter. This channel, we support all fighters. We support boxing in its entirety. Well, me, I'm not gonna allow nobody to put a jacket on somebody. If our best comes to the 147 had to offer. That's facts. Exactly. But let these Bud Buddies tell you, they'll tell you that he ain't fought nobody. I had one tell me that today. He ain't fought nobody. He talking about Ugas. Ugas was average. He told me Ugas was average. He told me Danny Garcia is not a top fighter. He told me Kell Brook. He said Kell Brook was coming down from 160, and then he had surgery on his face. Look, man, that sounds like some excuses to me. We don't make those. Kell Brook looked perfectly fine when he was fighting Errol Spence when they fought. But because Errol beat him, that's when the excuses come in. Now, if Errol Spence would have stopped Mikey Garcia, then, oh, well, he stopped a smaller man. But because he didn't stop him, and he told you, hey, I'm gonna outbox this dude. I'm gonna box him because y'all are saying this dude is a better fighter than me. Y'all are saying he has higher IQ than I have. Because he didn't stop him, he's getting ridiculed. It's always ridiculed. And it's like, if you're gonna uplift this fighter, you need to uplift this fighter. Both of these dudes are good fighters, right? Exactly. I won't say reckless, but I would say it is relentless. When Errol get in his bag, you done. Like, that's just the truth. When he get in his bag, you finish. You done. You know what I mean? The issue that we running into in the build-up of this fight is people making this like it's blood and Crips. You know what I mean? Like, like they taking this too personal, man. Like, bro, we can support both fighters, but at the end of the day, I am going to point out the facts. But they fought no top competition, and he know that. He know that. He know that. Bomac know that. Bernie know that. All of them know that. The Bud Bunnies, y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Yeah, and the fans know that. Everybody, did anybody, like Stevie Wonder can see this, bro. That's all I'm saying. These Bud Bunnies, man, like I'm telling you, they was out today, man. Y'all think I'm playing? These boys was blowing up the. Go watch. Go look at the comment section of one of my videos. They came out ready, like they loaded today. It's like they was waiting for like 2-3 weeks. See, when the ball was in, Bud court and Bud and them was quiet, they was quiet. The minute Bud talk and Bernie talk, that's when they want to come out. It's like he get them the green light. He telling them how to move. Hey, nigga, go out there. Nah, bro, you a man. Stand on your own 10, bro. Exactly. Perfect point, twin. Perfect point. They did come off layoffs. Look at Sean Porter. Sean Porter was coming off a layoff. Kell Brook was coming off a layoff. Amir Khan was coming off a layoff. Now, Mean Machine, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Jose Benavidez was coming off a layoff. Jeff Horn, that was easy work. Everybody already knew what Bud was finna do to him. That's just facts. When Bud Crawford moved up to 147 and decided, I'm gonna fight Jeff Horn, everybody already knew that was easy work. That was finna be it. That. He finna get that belt. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to discuss that. They want to try to downplay Errol and make Errol. And I'm telling you, all I could go off is this man's track record. Each time people hate on this dude, he beat the hell out of his opponent. That's all I'm saying. Each time they say all this stuff about Errol, say he can't fight, he weak, or anything like that, he beat the hell out of his opponent. Look what he did to Ugas. What was I saying before the Ugas fight? He not the same. He can't take a punch. You know what I mean? They were saying all that stuff. Look at Ugas' eye. Okay? Danny Garcia. Errol not the same. All that. He was hearing all that. Beat the hell out of Danny Garcia. Look, at the end of the day, bro, like, Errol has a track record to back up what people are saying about him. Bud, we see the talent. We see the skill. You know what I mean? He's had success at other weight classes. But this is 147. Right? This is for the undisputed title at 147. Who has he fought at 147 that puts a stamp where you could be like, this backs up everything that they're saying about him? I haven't seen that. All his fights been easy. Like they said, his fighters coming off layoffs. Sean Porter ain't the same. And look, and y'all forget that Sean Porter fight. Sean Porter called Bud. Y'all remember when he was even brought to Sean Porter about, hey, we're gonna make you the mandatory to fight Bud. He said, well, I gotta call him and talk to him about us fighting and see, if that's something that he wants to do. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Sean Porter said that on his podcast? He said, "Yeah, I talked to Bud, and he said he got other things planned." Y'all remember that? So now you fast forward, he fights Sean Porter, right? And then in spurts of the fight, you saw Sean Porter making Bud fight, right? Making him do things that he normally don't do. What do you think Errol Spence? Now, Errol Spence is not Sean Porter. Sean Porter is not Errol Spence. But what do you think Errol's going to do? That's all I'm saying. Now, Bud get in there and he wash Errol. He do what he's supposed to do. But I'm telling you, if Errol get in there and he whoop Bud Crawford and he stop him, I'm telling you, this is no offense to Bud Crawford. I'm going to laugh. But I'm not laughing at Bud Crawford. I'm laughing at the Bud Buddies. Because y'all done made this into something that it don't need to be made to. I don't care who wins this fight. I just want to see the fight. I want to see a good fight. I want to see a good show. But I keep having to deal with you Bud Buddies coming on here, spilling nonsense, and you don't be knowing what you're talking about. Had a dude try to bring up Felix Diaz as top opponent. Exactly, Sean T. As a top opponent, he tried to bring up Felix Diaz. Hey, Sean T, man, I'm going to give you a wrench, bro. Hold up. Just in case. Do your thing, Sean T. Anybody in the boxing channel, man, they if they talking boxing, they debate boxing, cool. The minute they start getting off topic and start saying some gay stuff, get them boys out of there. But like I say, man, that's my fire, my smoke alarm. You know, I gotta put a battery in there. I'm gonna do that in a minute. Oh nah, Sean T, you deserve that. Hey, what's good, T Will? What's up with you? You know, I'm getting on here, you know, just real quick, T Will, just real quick. You know what I mean? My daughter's finna come in the house, so, you know, I gotta bond with them. You know, I'm gonna go live again a little later, but I don't know. Man, T Will, we talk about these Bud Buddies, man. I was at work today, and you can go look at the comments of my videos. They was out today. Them boys, they decided to try to jump your boy, man. They tried to jump me. You know what I mean? But, you know, I don't run for no smoke. Yeah, T Will. They tried to jump me today, T Will. But, you know, we don't run for no smoke. You know, they tried to jump me as it pertains to Errol Spence. Yeah, I appreciate that, T Will, man. Much respect to you, bro. But they tried to jump me, you know. They tried to come for me. They tried to come for Errol Spence's resume. And, you know, I stand on my own 10. We handled that accordingly. You know what I mean? They tried to talk about Ugas, you know, and which, when they bring up Ugas, I bring up how BAAAAACK said Ugas was a top fighter. Go watch Black Fight Fan TV. What's up, T? What's up, Jeffs? BAAAACK, he was interviewed by Black Fight Fan TV. He was talking about Ugas before Ugas even blew up to what he is now. He was like, man, it's a dude named Ugas. He got a couple of losses, but hey, man, that boy gonna turn into something serious. That's what BAAAACK said. Gave him all this praise. But you got the Bud Buddies, they sitting here and they bashing Ugas. And the only reason why they bashing him is because Errol Spence beat him. That's what it is. If Bud beat Ugas, they would have been giving Ugas all this credit. If Bud beat Ugas, they would have been giving Bud all this credit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Exactly. Exactly. Ugas did beat Bud in the amateurs. I appreciate that, twin. Appreciate that. So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, like, we got to keep it a stack when it pertains to this stuff, bro. If Bud Crawford beat any of the fighters that L. Spitz beat on his resume, them boys would have sat there and would have been giving Bud all this praise. But because Earl did it, it's a problem. You know what I mean? It's well, he ain't. This fighter is not an elite fighter. Oh, really? They not an elite fighter. The WBC thinks so. The WBA thinks so. The IBF thinks so. Exactly. But they want to sit here and they tried to paint Bud as to be this boogeyman. That's what they tried to do. And nobody was running from dude, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fights just couldn't get made. Watching, but he just been watching boxing and shit, and I know my father's about to get pieced up. Hey, man, we gonna see. We definitely gonna see. But like I keep saying, man, like, man, Gamboa getting destroyed by everybody now. He getting ran through, bro. He's getting ran through. This dude, Pitbull Cruz just baptized that boy. Tank destroyed him. Devin destroyed him. Like, he just getting ran through. I agree. He is getting hurt. And I asked that question to one of the Bud Bunnies earlier. I said, look, Bud fighting these smaller fighters. He getting hurt by them. What you think Errol gonna do to him? They talk about that's because Bud liked to fight. I said, then you prove my point. You prove my point. And that's why I say he gonna get, look, Bud Crawford ego fight, man. He can fight, but when he get his emotions involved, he want to stand in front and prove I'm tougher than you. I'm telling you, he gonna do that in this fight. Mark my words. He's gonna stand in front of Errol. He gonna think I'm tougher than you. I can fight you. That's how competitive he is. He gonna stand in front of Errol. He gonna think he can outdog Errol, and Errol gonna stop that boy. I'm telling you. His best bet is to box Errol. That's it. If he boxes Errol, make him miss, make him pay, he has a better chance of winning the fight. Oh, facts. Errol took some shots against Ugas. Errol took some shots against Porter. Errol took some shots against Danny. Y'all remember, Danny Garcia is a power puncher. Right? Yeah, he can counter punch. And that's what I said in my video yesterday. I said, verbatim, I said this. I said, L. Spitz can cut it up. And when they cut it up, he could go to a whole nother level. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Bud ain't never had nobody go to his body. Now, look, if Bud get in there and he beat Errol, he did what he's supposed to do. Like, nobody is saying that Bud can't win the fight. I'll be capping to you if I sit here and tell you, oh, Bud can't win. Bud feet be saving him, bro. He not just a masterpiece. He's after the trial as supposed to be. Look, and this what I'm saying. One of the Bud buddies was like, once he get done with Spence, he gonna beat Charlo. I'm telling you like this. If Bud get past Errol and he gonna fight Jamil, what's the I'm gonna ask y'all this question. What do Jamel Charlo and L. Spence have in common? Put it in the comment section. What do Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence have in common? Derrick James. Exactly. So you think that Derrick James gonna lose to Terrence Crawford twice? The mastermind that Derrick James is, you think he gonna lose to Terrence Crawford twice? And I'm telling you right now, if Bud get past Errol, he need to retire. Because if he go to 154 and try to fight this boy from Houston, Texas, I'm telling you, that boy Charlo knocking out dudes bigger than him, man. So what you think he gonna do to Bud? Like I keep saying, if Bud beat Errol, his best bet is to retire. If he try to go to 154 and fight Jermell Charlo, I'm telling you, now that one, I stand on that. This boy knocking souls out people's body. Exactly. This boy Charlo knocking souls out of people's body, bro. You feel me? He's knocking souls out of people's body. Man, stop playing, man. I'm just saying, bro. At the end of the day, we as a boxing community need to keep these Bud buddies in line. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? We don't run from no smoke. We welcome the smoke. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we need to keep these Bud buddies in line and help them understand that you can't sit here and lie. Dang. He gonna look like J-Rock Armstrong? I don't know, bro. Dang. Well, I don't know. I think Bud is sharper than Errol. I don't think he hit harder. I just think he's sharp. I just think Bud's sharp, man. And that's what I'm saying, the work rate, bro. Look, Bud gonna throw more punches in this fight than he's ever thrown in any fight. Mark my words. Any fight, he gonna throw more punches this fight. But it's gonna be because of the work rate of Errol. Hey, man, I'm telling you, he gonna knock the soul out that boy. Exactly. Let them tell they can be wilder. I said that in my last video. That don't mean nothing. I want to talk about that because somebody else one of them Bud buddies mentioned that the other day. They was talking about Bud has more KOs than Spence. And my response to him was, who is he knocking out? Yeah, if I get out here and I'm fighting kindergarten, I'm knocking high school kids out, middle school kids out. Yo, college kids, I'm knocking them out cold. Whoop. But then I get in there with somebody my age, on my skill level, that's when it's real. Exactly. Exactly, Joe. And truthfully, all I can go off of is what I see. Errol breaking bone in people's face. Bud ain't breaking no bone. That's just what it is. You feel me? I'm going off of what I see. Errol breaking bone. Bud not breaking bone. After people fight Errol Spence, they take months to years off. Or they retiring from boxing. Nobody doing that with Bud. They come back, they friendly with Bud. They want to be Bud friend. Amir Khan. Man, like, let's stop playing, bro. All we can go off of what the facts are. The fact of the matter is this, okay? We keeping it simple. Errol fought better competition, right? Period. Whether you look at it as elite, not elite, sleep, whatever. Yeah, that's cap. All I'm saying is at the end of Hey, much respect, QJ. Welcome to the show, man. Subscribe, like and subscribe, kinfolk. I laugh when people say Bud battle tested expense isn't. I'ma laugh when I'm telling you, this was gonna happen to these Bud buddies. When Bud it went, cause I'm picking L to win. When Bud lose, you not gonna hear from these boys no more. Or you gonna hear excuses. They already kind of making it right now. Cause they trying to say L Spence been at welterweight for 10 years and he started at 154. Okay, he started at 154. What does that have to do with right now? He's making 147 comfortably. What are we talking about? Exactly. They gonna run the boots. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this is why I say they not even Bud Crawford fans. They just don't like Errol Spence. Period. Like, that's just what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with no dang Bud is better and all that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. They don't like Errol Spence. That's facts. You know, but to get back on topic, who is Bud knocking out? Jeff Horn? You talking about Jeff Horn who got gifted a fight against Pacquiao that he lost? This is the question I have. And this is how I know Top Rank set that up. You're a champion. Why are you fighting in your opponent's home country? When does a champion go fight in an opponent's home country? Now, David Haney finna go do that, but that was already in the contract. Exactly. Bud fought Jeff Horn, who got gifted a fight against Pacquiao, right? He beat the break. Everybody knew what was finna happen to Jeff. Little Jeffrey, the school teacher, was finna get work. Nobody picked Jeffrey to beat Bud Crawford. Everybody, even the white boys in Jeff Horn corner, knew he was finna lose to Bud Crawford. So then Bud goes fights Jose Benavidez. It's real beef. Real beef. I like that. You know, I still remember what Bud told Jose Benavidez, focus on your fight for you not make it to your fight. Like that was gangster. I like that. Right? Jose Benavidez got shot in the leg. He got one leg. Bud was struggling with him for the 12 rounds. Until the last couple seconds of that round, he stopped him. A guy that got one leg. I keep going. Bud go fight Amir Khan. Glass jaw Amir Khan. Amir Khan, before he fought Bud, he got hurt. I think it was by either Sammy Vargas or Phil Greco. It was one of them. I think he got hurt by both of them. That's when they was trying to rebuild Amir Khan back up and make him this household name. That boy got hurt against Sammy Vargas. Bro, I think it was Sammy Vargas or Phil Greco. Y'all let me know in the comments. It was one of them two. He fought both of them. He got hurt by one of them. I don't know which one it was. Then he fought Bud and then he quit. This is stuff I'm talking about. Let me keep going. He fight Mean Machine. Right? He fight Mean Machine. He come out southpaw. Mean Machine is catching with that overhand right consistently. Bud try to fight in the phone booth with Mean Machine and get dropped. They didn't call it a knockdown. Y'all remember that. They said he slipped. But if you go back and watch it, him falling to the ground wasn't due to Mean Machine pushing him or their feet wasn't touching or anything. He fell because he got punched. He got dropped. Bud Lyles. Hey, you wild, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. At the end of the day, he got dropped. Now, he came back, and he did stop Mean Machine. What's up, D-Town Box? Hey, D-Town, man, let me give you a wrench, man. You know what I'm saying? D-Town to A-Sign, that's all. Look, hey, I see your Cowboys won, man. You should be in a good mood today. The Cowboys beat the Super Bowl contenders. You know what I'm saying? But back on topic. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, bro, like he came back, he stopped Meat Machine, right? Then after that, he fight Kell Brook. Now, y'all typically want to make excuses for Kell Brook as a fighter, as it pertains to Errol Spence. So we're gonna use y'all analogy in this case. Kell Brook, after he lost to Errol Spence, if somebody in the comment section could tell me, before he fought Terrence Crawford, when was the last time that Kell Brook fought at 147? Yeah, Brook was undefeated at 147 when he fought Errol. But I'm talking about after he lost to Errol Spence, when was the last time he fought at 147 and fought top competition at 147? Because they seem to forget. They want to make excuses when it pertains to Errol Spence when he fought, what's up, Boxing Nocturnal Thoughts? What's good with you? They want to make excuses as it pertains to Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? They want to make excuses for that, but they don't want to sit around and point out the obvious when it pertains to Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford. Kell Brook ain't fought at 147 since I think that was 2017 or 20 when Errol got his belt, when he fought Errol Spence. He fought at 154. Yeah, exactly. It was like 3 years. He fought at 154 against two unknown fighters, and then he got offered the Bud Crawford fight, right? And his trainer said, "Hey man, you need more time for this Bud Crawford fight." And Kell Brook said, "Nah, I want to fight him right now." So his trainer was like, "I'm not training you." So then he go find a trainer on Instagram and he trained with him for the fight. And what happened when he fought Bud? The first 3 rounds, I had Kell Brook up 3-0. Even their 4th round. He did what he was supposed to do. Exactly. So all I'm saying is at the end of the day, when you look at the totality of Bud, because we could talk about Shawn Porter too. Shawn Porter was on a layoff. He was on a layoff coming off that fight against that fighter that he fought in the bubble, in which he looked mediocre against him. He didn't look like Shawn Porter that fought Errol Spence. He didn't look like that strong Shawn Porter that fought but even then, he was giving Bud work and he was beating Bud. He was winning rounds against Bud. And that's when Bud team said, "Hey bro, you losing." And Bud said, "Hey, I ain't going out like that." And he caught him. And I think Shawn Porter could have kept fighting. I felt like Shawn Porter could have kept fighting. But Shawn Porter dad felt otherwise. You know what I mean? Exactly. And y'all remember, Shawn Porter, before the fight, and D-Town, you can help me out with this. Shawn Porter, before that fight, he called Bud and said, "Hey, it's looking like we're going to have to fight." And Bud said, "I got something else lined up." Exactly. Bud told Shawn, "I got something else lined up." And Porter came back and was like, "Hey, talk to Bud." And he told me he got something else lined up. Does that look like that Shawn Porter want to fight? No. That Shawn Porter that fought Errol Spence was inspired, was hungry, went and got another Hall of Fame coach to stand in his corner so they could go and try to defeat Errol Spence. That's just what it is. But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to discuss that. You know what I mean? So I ask these Bud buddies this all the time. I just laid out Bud Crawford's resume at 147. He was, twin. Did Porter want to rematch against Spence? Yes, Porter did want to rematch against Spence. He did. What's good, George? Porter did want a rematch against Spence. He wanted a rematch. He did. But Errol mindset was on, I'm getting these belts. Like I said, when you look at the two and you look at everything they said they were going to do in their career and everything, Errol Spence has done everything that he said he was going to do. I'm going to fight my people on the side of the street and collect these belts, and then I'm going to go get that belt from Bud Crawford. And that's exactly what he did. And let me tell you something. Man, my rematch with Spence? Yes, it would. It would, because Errol want them belts. That's what he wants. He wants to be undisputed. He wants to be looked at as the best fighter in the world. That's what he wants. He wants to be the best welterweight in the world. So yes, if Sean Porter would have beat Bud Crawford, then Errol would have fought Sean Porter. That's the truth. So Porter did have some incentive to beat Bud, right? He did. He did have some incentives to beat Bud. But there's a caveat to that. But Porter didn't want to fight Bud, and Bud didn't want to fight Porter. They were forced to fight each other. Bud, if he didn't fight Porter, it was chances he was going to lose his belt. Okay? Porter exactly. And see, and Jason, I could tell by each other. Exactly. Man, no, man, I don't be going hard on Bud, man. I'm just saying, look, the only reason why we gotta highlight these facts about Bud Crawford is because, see, Jay Will, you a Bud Crawford supporter, but I could talk boxing with you because you think logically. You know what I'm saying? You got other guys on here who don't think logically. They'll try to sit there and tell me that your Dennis Ugas is a trash fighter. They'll try to sit here and tell me that Bud Crawford has a better resume than Errol Spence. How? Where? They'll try to sit there and tell me that Bud Crawford has done more in his career than Errol Spence. Okay? Yes, Bud Crawford has undisputed, he got undisputed at another weight class. But who was he beating? Like, they try to use that to make himself look superior. And it's like, they're equivalent. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I know, Jay Will. I know. But, somebody got to put them in their place. You know what I mean? That's why, me, I got y'all, D-Town Boxing, Nocturnal Boxing Thoughts. Man, like, D-Town hit it on the head. These Bud Bunnies don't want to give Errol credit. They talk down on Errol Spence, but uplift Bud Crawford, and they want us to uplift Bud Crawford with them. I'm not with that, bro. I'm not granted, on my channel, I'm not gonna uplift one fighter and downplay one fighter. But I am gonna speak the facts. If Bud Crawford was fighting top talent like Errol, I wouldn't have nothing to say. It would strictly be based off the skill set. But when you got guys sitting here saying that Errol Spence ain't fought no top talent and he ain't fought, And then they like, yeah, Bud gonna destroy L Spence. When? Where? These are two elite fighters. These are two top talents. You know what I mean? Now, granted, in my opinion, I'm looking at the body of work, and I'm looking at Errol Spence. When he fought top talent, I seen him adjust. I've seen him knock off these dudes. You know what I mean? I've seen him do what you supposed to do as a top fighter, and that's elevate. But I ain't seen him in there with no top guys. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him in there with exactly. And look, Jay Will, have you ever, I'm gonna ask you this. And anybody in here, have you ever heard me say that Bud Crawford's trash or he sucked or he don't have no skill? Have you ever heard me say that on my channel? I've never said that. I've given dude props. You know what I mean? What boxing channel gives pros and cons to both fighters as far as keys to victory? Exactly, Armstrong. Everything we say is all for what Crawford fans say. If they didn't say anything, we would have. Exactly. D-Town hit it right on the head. Everything is off of what they saying. This live right here is specifically off of, they tried to jump me in the comment section earlier today. I'm at work getting notifications on my phone because they trying to, it was about 5 of them. And I'm like, man, okay. And I don't run from no smoke. This is not what we do. We don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't run from no smoke. We run to it. You know what I mean? Especially when you spit nonsense, I'm finna cook you, bro. Like, that's what it is. Yeah. Man, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, they be in the comment section talking reckless. They got Bud Crawford picture on their wall. Man, stop playing, man. Like, look, at the end of the day, we talk boxing here. We support boxing. That's just in its entirety. I'm not gonna allow anybody to put a jacket on a fighter. Y'all remember, and I keep bringing this up. I have to, because it's ludicrous. When they sat there and said that Errol Spence is ducking Bud Crawford, when Bud put that narrative out there, and Bernie and all them put that narrative out there, they was running with it. Dudes was making videos. I see some boxing channels, them Bud Crawford fan channels was making like part 300, Errol ducks Bud Crawford. Making episodes off of that, bro. Making all this money, getting thousands of views. And then the moment Bud Crawford come out with Radio Raheem on Second South Boxing and sit there and say, Errol Spence is not ducking me. I believe he wants to fight more than I do. I mean, just as much as I do. I posted that video on all their videos. Exactly. Hey, D-Town, tell you, man, these boys tripping. It's crazy, bro. Like, so then they'll sit there and try to hold on to that, but then don't even talk about it. You know. Exactly. They don't bring up what Spence did. That's a great point. But they'll sit there and advocate for a fighter who's saying the polar opposite of what you're saying. So they'll sit there and say, oh, Errol Spence is ducking. I post a link into their comment and when Bud said that Errol Spence is not ducking. No response. I don't hear from them no more. They ain't got nothing to say. Then they come back. Exactly. That's all we saying, bro. But these but they ain't got nothing to say. Right? They talk about Ugas. Oh, Ugas is he had 4 losses. And so he's not elite because he had losses. My question is, when did losses define you as a fighter? Nah, I get it. If you out here, you just getting you getting towed up. But if you losing the top competition, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you lose in a top competition, but you rebuild your like Ugas lost early in his career. Let's just go talk about Ugas. He lost early in his career when he was signed to Top Rank. Okay, he come to PBC, he revamps his career, he start winning, he beating champions. Some people feel like he beat Sean Porter. I definitely think he beat Sean Porter. But whatever. He learned from that. He kept winning. He get a fight with Manny Pacquiao. And then boom, he back popping. He get an Errol Spence fight. They called Ugas a bum, then Bowmack contradicted them by calling. Exactly. I was just gonna say that, Phil Steady. Why do grown men get mad because you have your own opinion? Everyone have one. Exactly. I don't understand that. And one thing I see that I do in detail, I even seen you do it. I got knocked out in sparring. You heard I got knocked out in sparring. I'm not even gonna entertain that because you know that's cap. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Hey man, I don't know who Kyrie Simon is, but get that boy out of here, man. That boy tripping. You know what he talking about. He had to cause confusion. But maybe I don't know. As a film study, you hit it on the head. Bomac sat there. Bomac sat there and said Ugas is a dangerous fighter. Appreciate that, film study. So all I'm saying is at the end of the day, Bomac said this, but y'all saying this. Y'all trying to advocate for a fighter, and him and his team is saying the polar opposite of what you are saying. It doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. How can you sit there and advocate for somebody and they saying it makes you look foolish? I'm not gonna lie to you. It make you look like you don't know what you're talking about. When you sit there and you say, oh, one thing, but then this fighter is saying another thing. Exactly. And you know what? D-Town, hey man, you right. He did say that. And I saw your video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna bite off your video, man. But all I'm gonna say is that you right. Bomac did talk about how they went the easier route and went the Jeff Horn route. Y'all go watch D-Town Boxing video on that because he broke it down. He broke it down in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? On how that situation went. You know what I mean? And why they chose to go fight Jeff Horn instead of going the route of becoming a mandatory for Errol Spence for his IBF belt. They could have went that route. You know what I mean? They could have. They could have fought. What they could have did that. They could have went any route they wanted. They could have went the WBC route. No. They went and Jeff Horn, easy work. Let me fight him. But D-Town Boxing, man, y'all go to his channel. He broke that down in its entirety, bro. Like that boy he be breaking stuff down, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. I think this may be controversial. I think Errol Spence knocked Bud out cold. That's what I think. I see Bud laying on that ground looking at this. That's what I see. I just don't see him being able to work through the field with that work rate. Big facts. Ugas, Ugas is big too. You know what I mean? Like I said, all we can go off of in this overall is the track record. That's all we could go off of. Hey, Dave, you wild, man. Hey, T, that's what I see, bro. But the only, like I said, the only reason I see that is because I feel like Bud is gonna ego fight. I'm telling you, that's the only reason I feel like if Bud fights smart, there'd be a diff. If Bud fights smart, I could see him winning, or I could see Errol just, you know, I could see Errol outpointing him, or Errol just, Bomac throwing in the towel. But I'm telling you, Jay Will asked me a question. Now, y'all, Jay Will, he a Bud supporter, but he cool. So he asked me. He said, if I was from Texas, would you be a big Spence supporter? Ain't nothing wrong with hometown love. It ain't because he from Texas. I love boxing. I like how Errol Spence fight. You know what I mean? So it ain't got nothing to do with just because he from Texas. I respect his fighting style, just like I respect Bud fighting style. You know what I mean? Errol Spence has a aggressive fighting style, but it's calculated, it's technical, it's not reckless. You know what I mean? He throw a lot of punches, but he places his shots. You know what I mean? Exactly, Nocturnal. Like he places his shots. You know what I mean? Like when I look at the two, if I'm showing if somebody wants to get in boxing, right? And I've said this in many videos. If somebody wants to get in boxing, I'm showing them Errol Spence. I'm showing them Errol. Why? Because Errol got good mechanics. Errol keep them hands high, elbows tight. You know what I mean? His chin is tucked, and everything is off the jab. Everything is off the jab. Exactly, film study. He places his shots. He knows where to put them at. You know what I mean? Errol jab. Okay? He jabbing. He start off jabbing. Oh, that boy bring. Hey, that's how I know. Bullet Gibson. That's how I know you know your boxing, folks. You bringing up them old school. Exactly. And people don't understand. Errol Spence moves his head. When he fighting on the inside, Errol can get aggressive with you and fight on the inside and be slipping and rolling punches at the same time. Hands high, elbows blocking punches. He catching. You know what I mean? Jab, body shot, catch, roll. He rolling under. He has skill. And that's why I be saying, like, people don't see that. People who don't know boxing just, Errol just coming forward, rock 'em, sock 'em. No, he not, bro. Buddy coming forward technical. And then Errol can box. I'm telling you, man. My bad, Jay Will. I'm just saying that, like, you picking Bud for the fight. That's what I mean. So I'm gonna make it clear, like, you respect Errol. You know what I mean? You ain't never disrespected Errol, but you know what I'm saying? You're picking Bud Crawford to win the fight. This is also best that person between. Exactly. Errol Spence know how to throw when you throwing. Yeah, my bad, Jay Will, man. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence show me more styles. Exactly. What's good, Aaron? I've seen Errol Spence fight different ways. I've seen Errol box. I've seen Errol brawl. I've seen Errol be technical. I've seen him do different stuff. He's a very talented fighter, bro. You know what I mean? There's a reason why he was an Olympian. What's good, RC Small? What's good with y'all boys, man? All y'all good? Hey, George, let me give you this wrench real quick, man. You've been down for the cause for a long time, man. Let me give you this wrench. Like I say, man, for y'all who I give wrenches to in this boxing channel, man, like, for those who I give wrenches to in my group chat. Anybody who want to debate boxing, cool. But if they start talking about some foolishness, get them boys out of there. You know, I'm out. We don't run for no smoke. So if they want to talk boxing, if a Bud Buddy come in here and he start, you know, he keeping it boxing, cool. He can stay in here. But as soon as that boy start talking reckless, get that boy out of there. Man, Drake Hill, man, I've been talking about that for the past hour, bro, about these boys. Errol got so many wrinkles in his game, it's crazy. No matter who. Exactly, D-Town. Like, I ain't gonna lie though, I am gonna laugh if Bud lose. But it ain't gonna be because of Bud lost. It's gonna be because these Bud Bunnies. Cause these Bud Bunnies, man, you should see the comments they be posting. D-Town, man, these boys be talking about they gonna bet their house and all type of stuff. Hey, fool, they crazy. You think they have enough time to train? I want Spencer to shape and I want Bud. Yeah, that's the only thing I was concerned with is I don't want no excuses for this fight. You know what I mean? I don't want no excuses like from either party. You know what I mean? I don't want, you know, I need everybody to have the acclimated time to train. Mr. Crawford, but I got Spencer all day. People love to hate up the boy. Exactly. They say he won the mentional, but how is that true when he beat everyone at the own game? Exactly. Dave. Hey, y'all put the clap emoji for Dave in the chat, man. Dave be cooking sometime, bro. Like, matter of fact, you be cooking all the time, man. You Chef Dave today, bro. Errol be beating people at their own game. Mikey Garcia, right? What was they saying? It's Mikey. It's Mikey. It's Mikey, man. Mikey's just smarter. He's just better. Else I'm gonna beat him at his own game. I outbox him. What did he do? He outboxed him. Sean Porter. Now he hugged Sean Porter. He said he fight like he drowning. He is safe street fighter. That boy Errol hugged that boy. But Errol beat Sean Porter fighting like Sean Porter. Exactly. Hey man, we're gonna need an ambulance for the Bud Bunnies, man. If Bud lose, you gonna start seeing the suicide rate go up. I'm telling you, man. These boys, they believe in their entirety that Bud Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence. Nah, I think Errol gonna take it to Bud. I think Errol gonna be aggressive, but it's gonna be calculated. You know what I mean? I definitely think it's gonna be calculated. I think Errol gonna use the jab like he normally do, and let Bud try to take it away. But then Errol can make adjustments. Like I said, people forget Errol Spence is an Olympian. He can box. Exactly. Exactly. They say Bud got more dog than Spence. Well, he just showed whatever he wanted to fight his fight. I don't know if they fight like that for 12 rounds. I haven't seen no fights where Bud, you know what I mean? I've seen more fights where Errol had to dog it out. Gonna have to match this. Exactly. Look, the way, and Dave, I've said this in other videos. In order for Bud Crawford to have success against Errol, he gonna have to keep Errol out his rhythm. He gonna do a lot of feinting. He gonna have to get in, get out. When Errol is able to get inside, he gonna have to tie Errol up and make him reset. Like, he gonna have to do stuff like that. He gonna have to frustrate Errol. I don't see him doing that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But not saying he can't do it. He just gonna have to, and then when L Spence going to your body, you gonna get tired. Them legs gonna go, bro. Like, that's just what it is. You can't let Earl be first. That's a good point. Bud gotta be first. Bud gotta come out aggressive in this fight. He has to. Look, I agree. I agree with you, Bully Gibson. Like, and it's not the same feint. He don't do predictable stuff. Hey, Drake, yo. Hey, man, y'all put that clap much for Drake, yo. He cooking, man. He cooking. That's true. But don't have the stamina. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Errol adds stuff to his, for example, against Ugas, right? You saw Errol work the jab, get inside, right? And then he would throw a body shot, right? So then Errol start adding to it. Jab, body shot, uppercut. Jab, body shot, uppercut, step around, hook to the head. Like, he was just adding more, you know what I mean? He was just adding more and more combinations on top of it. Like, it was beautiful. You know what I mean? Exactly, George. Exactly. I mean, that's just look, nobody hating on Bud, bro. Bud is a great fighter, but we have to keep it 1,000. He be on 10. He'll be on 2,000, man. That boy be ready. So, once. Yep. There he goes. So all I'm saying at the end of the day, bro, let's put some respect in Errol Spence's name, bro. Bud is a great fighter. Nobody taking nothing away from Bud. Nobody saying that Bud is trash. None of that stuff. He's a great fighter. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence is the more accomplished welterweight. Hey, Bud fight lift drivers. Hey, man. Hey. It's too much to deal with. It's just hard for me to see Bud getting to win this fight. Errol got tired of the Porter fight. You know what I mean? But then y'all saw when that Dallas music came on and he started Dallas boogieing, then what happened? What happened to Porter after that? That boy said realtors, man. Hey, y'all boys violent up in here. It was. He didn't really work on his skill. That's another thing. Man, look, if Bud beat Errol, Bud, in my book, would get all the credit he deserved. You know what I mean? If Errol beat Bud, which I'm predicting he will, he gonna get all the credit he deserves. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't agree with the rematch clause. I think that it should just be one and done. I feel like that puts more pressure on these boys to win this fight. You know what I mean? But it's getting a little late. I might go live. I might do a late live stream. You know, I'm finna vibe with my kids. They just came home from cheerleading practice. Y'all boys be easy. I'm gonna go live again probably later if y'all look, probably like a late midnight stream or whatever, and we're gonna talk boxing. You know what I mean? If not, we're gonna talk. We're gonna go live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So probably do it early in the day though. But much respect to y'all, man. Y'all at peace, man. Enjoy your family, and I'll be seeing y'all boys. All right? Y'all be easy. And hey, like, comment, and subscribe, man. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. I got some content coming. I'm finna drop some bangers. Y'all let me know. Boss gone.